Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're here to talk about my top 10 favorite VR music rhythm games on the Oculus Quest 2 and the Meta Quest Pro. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
The first one here coming in at number 10 is O-Shape. So O-Shape is obviously a VR rhythm game, but it offers a pretty unique way on how you actually play this VR rhythm game, unlike anything that we've seen before in VR. And that's it, you actually have to move your whole entire body. You have to dodge obstacles, punch through walls, make funny poses to get through each of the maps as the songs are being played. Kind of reminds me of a Kinect game from back in the day on the Xbox 360. I remember playing a game just like this, but this is a VR game that is obviously going to music and stuff, and it is really cool and it's very unique compared to all the other games on the list, and it is a lot of fun. And I think this is worthy of everyone's time if you want a unique VR rhythm game like this, where it's not the same as all the other games and you're doing something unique like moving through all these shapes and punching through walls and all these things that make it a fun and unique experience. So check out O-Shape coming in at number 10. The next one here coming in at number 9 is Audica. Audica is, of course, a VR rhythm game, but this one is a shooter. So I really like this one. I've had a lot of fun time. It's obviously from Harmonix, the creators of like Rock Band and stuff like that. And I think they did a really good job with this one. The way that you're actually moving the kind of guns that are in your hand, like hitting the notes that are coming up in front of you, hitting them to the beat of the songs, really makes you feel like you're having a grand old time with these guns and stuff like that. And the only thing that holds this one back on the list, honestly, is the fact that they stopped supporting it pretty quickly as far as releasing new DLC. Granted, there is a few songs out there, and there actually is the fact that you can customize and make your own songs, and there is a community out there that made some, but nowhere near as big as some other games. But yeah, that's the only thing that holds it back, is the fact that there's only so many songs. But I think it's a fantastic game, so much fun, and again, really unique, the fact that you're playing through the rhythm of the song by shooting pistols. So Audica at number 9. The next one here coming in at number 8 is Rez Infinite. So I think a lot of us have heard of Rez Infinite a while ago. I actually own this game on the Dreamcast and stuff, and it's always been a fantastic game that a lot of people have regarded as one of their favorite, like, you know, these types of games, like VR rhythm games and stuff like that. And when they brought it over to VR, man, did it like change the game. I think this game is actually way better in VR than the 2D game. Like, I would never want to play the 2D game again, even though I own the Dreamcast title, after playing it in VR, because it's so much more of an immersive experience. It really transforms this game to everything it always wanted to be, where you're kind of controlling the person behind the scenes and going through all these music adventures and stuff, shooting your way through, and all the levels have been completely redone for VR and remastered. It is so good. And if you've never played Rez Infinite, in my opinion, this is the definitive way to experience the game here in VR, and they did a fantastic job with this one. So check this one out, guys. Rez Infinite coming in at number 8. The next one here coming in at number 7 is Dance Central. So this is another game by Harmonix that we talked about earlier on this list. And this is a dancing game, of course. A lot of us may recognize this title because, again, this was a really popular game on the Xbox 360 with the Kinect and stuff like that. They even made a version on the Xbox One. And I've always loved that franchise. And to have it in VR, I was super excited. And I think, again, they did a really good job of bringing this game into VR. It's everything I could have wanted. The multiplayer is what kind of sets it apart for me. When I first played it, it was really cool to kind of be in a dance club listening to music and stuff, and you're kind of hanging out at the bar talking to your friends like if you were at a club. And then when you're kind of ready to actually play a song and compete, you have cooperative mode, you have versus mode and stuff like that, and you start it in a unique way. Sometimes you got to throw your phone, sometimes you could go dance in front of the DJ to start it. It was just a really cool experience, especially in the multiplayer aspect. And they had 32 songs in the soundtrack. They did release a few pieces of DLC, I believe, or maybe they didn't, I can't remember, but they do have 32 songs in the game, and this is another one that's only lower on this list, and it doesn't get played more by me because I think they stopped working on it too fast. They kind of released the game and didn't release more DLC songs, something that I really wanted, because I think they did a really good job of bringing the Dance Central franchise into VR, and I just wish it got more support as far as more DLC songs and had it running much longer, just like their previous game. But even so, what's here with 32 songs in the base game, there's still a lot of fun to be had. Of course, it's a lot of the hits that, like, from when the game released, and I think a lot of people have a lot of fun with it. The multiplayer is still something you can play with your friends, and I think it still sets a unique multiplayer space. So Dance Central coming in at number 7. The next one here coming in at number 6 is Ragnarok. Now, this is a drummer type of game. It is solo and multiplayer, of course, and you are basically playing as a Viking captain on like a ship, and you have all of these different ruins coming at you, and you have 2 hammers on your hands, and you're trying to hit these ruins as they come out to you by syncing it with the Viking music. And some of the music in this game, even though it's not songs that I know, are super well, are done super well and fit the vibe of this game so well. And they have supported it a lot, where they actually have DLC released for it. They have these cool environments, these methodical environments that you're going through as you're playing, like the boat's moving through these environments as you're playing this VR music track, and it's really good. It has custom song support. It has cross-platform multiplayer. You can play up to 6 players, which is really fun. And the Viking music, though, is really cool. And the graphics and the art style, again, really unique game. There's not, obviously, when have you ever played a Viking rhythm game before? And it sounds like, what the hell is that? But they did such a good job of making that work, and the environments that you go through and all the features that this game has really make it worth it. And I definitely urge everyone who hasn't checked this one out to check it out. Ragnarok, coming in at number 6. The next one here, coming in at number 5, is Smash Drums. So just by the title of the name, you obviously know this is for all my drummers out there. If you want to play a Beat Saber type experience that you're playing and hitting the notes as they come towards you, this is kind of that for drummers. And again, this game has also done really well so far. They've released 16 new songs already in 2022. There's a lot of content out there for this game. You can unlock tracks in the game, skins, achievements, and all that kind of stuff. It has multiplayer where you can play up to 2 to 8 drummers. You can do cooperative or versus mode. And in total, there's over 46 rock songs in forward or 360 modes and difficulties and all the modifiers that they have. And I really like the environments that you play in that they have as well. They have 9 different environments, like a prison, a rock show, and even playing on the moon. And yeah, this game is fantastic and has a lot to offer, has ranking and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff that you can expect. Like I said, it's kind of like a Beat Saber for drummers, and that's not a bad thing. I think they did a fantastic job. It's so much fun to play, especially if you're a drummer fan. This is definitely one you guys need to check out if you want something different than everything else that's been out there. Check out Smash Drums, coming in at number 5. The next one here, coming in at number 4, is Unplugged Air Guitar. So the thing that sets this one apart, of course, this is like your rock band type of game where you have a guitar in front of you and you're playing rock songs. But what's really cool about this game is you actually play it with just your hands, no controllers needed, hence the air guitar. And it works super well. I was surprised at how good this game worked with hand tracking and how much fun it is to play. Really makes you feel like you're actually playing a guitar, and a really unique experience to anything else that's on this list. Really fun. Obviously, it has, you can unlock venues and songs and all that stuff. It has over 20 rock hits. These are from people you actually know, like Weezer, Ozzy Osbourne, and all that kind of stuff, and The Offspring. They do have a couple of DLC packs available for the game as well to get even more songs. But I think this game is really fun. If you're into the rock band experience and you want to try it in a new way by not having any controllers in your hand and feel like you're really out there, definitely one I recommend. Unplugged Air Guitar, coming in at number 4. The next one here, coming in at number 3, is Synth Rider. Synth Rider is such a fantastic game. They have so many songs for this game, over 58 included tracks already, with more as DLC, 10-player cross multiplayer, huge variety of gameplay modifiers and styles that you can play with, and there's so much content in this game. It's so much fun. They're always adding like Halloween updates and Christmas updates and songs, and it's a really unique experience just because of the way you're hitting the songs as they come at you and stuff. It really feels like you're moving your whole entire body, like almost like you're exercising and playing a VR rhythm game at the same time. One of my favorite games that we've all played together, Synth Riders, coming in at number 3. The next one here, coming in at number 2, is Pistol Whip. So Pistol Whip is such a good game, guys. It's one that I come back to time and time again. And what sets this one apart from all the others, this is a pistol game where you have a pistol in your hand. You could have 2, depending on the options you choose. And you're obviously shooting the enemies that are on screen as you're going through a VR rhythm game. But what sets this one apart is that the 30 handcrafted levels that you're playing in are all handcrafted to the song. So you're going through like a bank heist and an Android Uprising, and all of these differently, uniquely designed levels to the music tracks makes it play like nothing else in VR because everything is so handcrafted. It's really good, and they've added a bunch of free content to this game. They have a party mode now where you can keep track of local scores while you pass the headset around. Obviously, they have online leaderboards and all that kind of stuff. They have a bunch of different modifiers to play as you want. One pistol, no pistol, like all of these different modifiers that you can make the game unique to you. It's so much fun and really unique. It really makes you feel like you're in another world when you're playing this game. It's so good, and it's obviously endlessly replayable because of the system that I talked about with this different styles and the way you can actually modify the game. There's an infinite amount of content and local leaderboards and online leaderboards to be able to chase those high scores and stuff, and it's really good. Check this one out, guys, if you have not already, even though it's been out for a while. I'm sure most of you guys have. Pistol Whip, coming in at number 2.
Update first.
And the last one here coming in at number 1 is Beat Saber. I'm sorry to have a cliche number 1 here, but this is the game I always keep coming back to. Every time I turn my headset on, I always want to play one quick song before I get into the real game. And the new pack from the weekend is so well done. The fact that all the music tracks have their own level as far as how they're designed and stuff is really good. Hope they keep coming out with more DLC for this game. And the modding community really takes this game to a new level. There's thousands of songs to be able to play out there, which is exactly why Beat Saber is a game I keep coming back to and is my number 1.
Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and found some games that you guys maybe have not heard of or haven't played in a while. These are my favorite music VR rhythm games that you guys can play on the Oculus Quest 2 today. It's actually one of my favorite genres. I've been playing DDR since I was a kid. I love that. I do karaoke all the time, as you guys may have seen on this channel. So I love music games in general, and I gravitate towards a lot of these. They're a lot of fun to play. That's why I said in my video that Beat Saber is still a game I come back to day and day again, especially when they release more DLC all the time for it. I'm having a blast with it, on top of all the other games on this list that I always play as well. So if you guys have anything that you guys think I missed on this list, go ahead and leave those comments down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.